Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Shaun Milli, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove back.
See, I ain't got that much time left, 'cause I give you my all and all you give me.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got Shaun Milli jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm coolin', bro. I'm feeling great, man. How you feeling?
I can't complain, bro. Ain't gonna do no good.
Word, man. Come on, man. No, ain't nobody gonna listen no way. You already know that, bro. So, yeah, man. So, Shaun, first of all, you bring in them real R&B vibes, the true R&B.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Not just scatting with some melodies and, you know, all that, but, you know, real vocals,
sure.
you know, to the table. Can you just talk to me about, you know, what were some of your influences, you know, coming up in terms of music and, you know, how'd you?
Yeah, so, bro, my upcoming was, I had a pretty good upcoming, bro. It was the Temptations, the Luther Vandross, the Five Heartbeats, all of that. And then of course I grew up in church, so like it's all played a part. You know what I'm saying? So it all played a part in where I am and I guess my vocal ability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, absolutely. And you know, I always talk about, you know, like how I feel like a lot of music nowadays is lacking, you know, that feeling. And the reason being is because, you know, we would hear about back in the day, a lot of the artists, they came up in church.
Right.
You know, that was, and you know, like for the black community, you know, that's I feel like that's the backbone, you know, of culture.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Can you talk about how church influenced you, both with their music as well as just in life?
I feel like with music, bro, like you have to know how to sing because like it's only two instruments. It's a keyboard and a drummer. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no auto-tune. It's just a microphone. They go in the back and turn the microphone on. So it's either you got it or you don't. So I feel like that plays a part in it, and that played a part in it then too, like you just said. Like back in the day, like everybody came up in church. Now everybody is dependent on auto-tune and all of the other bullshit. But
Nah, for sure, man. And like I was joking earlier, you know, like living off of melodies. And you know, like when you know melodies don't allow you to really show, you know, vocal range and you know things like that.
Right. Yeah.
What was like for you growing up in Edgefield, South Carolina?
It was pretty good, man. Like I don't have any complaints. Like I wasn't really struggling. I don't have really a struggle story for you, but it was pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
Very small. Edgefield like maybe have 3,500 people.
Yeah.
Population. So it's really small. Three stoplights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but it was pretty good, man, for the most part.
Yeah. And what was you doing for fun when you was, you know, coming up?
I was into sports.
Okay.
So I got 6 or either 7 trophies. So like growing up, my pops put me in sports. So like I would play baseball, baseball and football.
Okay.
Those were really the only 2. I never really cared for basketball hardly. So
Word.
yeah, so I just played I played sports and did music, man. I just always wanted to sing. They would tell me to shut up a lot. But if I would have shut up, I wouldn't be here.
Hey, come on. That's real.
For sure.
Nah, that's real. And growing up in a city, in a small town, 2,500 people, you know, it's easy to get swayed into, you know, like doing negative things or you know, falling into the wrong type of crowd. I hear you.
I did that.
Yeah.
I did that. I had my time when I was, it was bad, boy. Yeah, so I did that. I don't want to speak too much on it, but yeah, I had my time.
Word. And when would you say, at what point did you jump off the porch?
I wouldn't even say I would say like 17.
Okay.
17. As soon as I turned 17, because then I was old enough at that point, so like I was able to not go to school if I didn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
Kind of doing whatever I wanted to do, staying out all night. Yeah, so I would say 17.
Word. No, I can dig it. And I heard you mention your pops. you know, put you into sports and everything. So did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Yeah, up until I was 12.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there until I was 12. Then of course he kind of ventured off, but I always had a relationship with him.
Word.
Yeah, so even when he wasn't in the household, it was still like I could pick up the phone, call him. He can pick up the phone, call me. So it was never, you know what I'm saying. So like, just him and my mom, they just didn't work.
Word.
Yeah.
And how about siblings? You got siblings?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
Okay.
So I got an older brother and an older sister. None of them do music though.
Word.
It's weird because I'm the only one that do music. None of them can sing.
So being the baby of the household, do your older siblings feel like you were spoiled? Were you the one that, you know, missed out maybe on the whoopings that they was probably getting? Or
Nah, they would beat up on me, man. Nah, they would definitely beat up on me. Like my mom and them would leave me there with them for them to babysit me, and they would beat me up bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would bully me, man. So. Yeah, I think they was jealous a little bit.
Hey, come on now. And do you feel like that, you know, even helped you with just developing like your individuality and, you know, being the youngest? I'm sure like, you know, being curious and, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like that dynamic was something that sort of brought you to like where you're at today?
For sure. I feel like everything that we go through mold us to where we are today. I feel like everything, like I don't look at it as like a mistake, or I also don't look at it like it was, we can say, okay, yeah, that was a rough moment, but you also have to look at it like, okay, cool, I went through that in order to mold me to, you know what I'm saying, this point. So yeah, I look at that as a dynamic to where I am today, yeah, for sure.
Okay, word. And when I think of South Carolina, you know, I think of Geechee.
We were just talking about that in the truck, man.
Word.
Yeah, no, that's Charleston.
Okay.
That's Charleston, yeah. They get you. Like, you may not understand what they say. No disrespect to Charleston people, but yeah, no.
Okay, but that's not, that's
yeah,
not
it ain't the part to
like
say, no.
Okay.
This is probably, it get a little countrier than what I'm talking, but not too much more. Yeah.
Word. No, I could dig that. And at what point did you know that you really wanted to do music and that you wanted to take this seriously? What was it in church? Was there like a specific moment that happened that told you that, okay, this is something I really want to do?
It was really the first time I sung publicly, which was in church, like when I was 12. So like I sung with my back was turned to the audience because I was that nervous. So I was just like looking one way. But when I turned around, the response that I got, I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. Like, let me do this. So I fell in love with it, which I already had fell in love with it. Then nobody just never really thought that I could do it, I think. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you want to be a singer when you grow up. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I want $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like anytime you tell like your parents or anybody, I want to do music, they look at it like a joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's music. But,
yeah, and especially, you know, our parents, and no fault to them, but they're looking at us, you know, as their children and want us to have what they consider realistic goals for ourselves. And, you know, singing, doing entertainment, you know, things like that just don't seem realistic, don't seem tangible. You know, it almost seems like luck of the draw to a certain degree. So like I said, no fault to them, but a lot of times our parents, especially because most of the time they had to come up, you know, where they had to go and, you know, get a job.
Get it,
you know, so they pushing to the kids like, go get your education, you know, go out, get a job so that you can, you know, make $50,000, $60,000 a year. And, you know,
I think they knew though it wasn't no helping me when it came to that. I would even tell the teachers that in school, bro, like they would have me to do certain stuff and I would just put my head down. I'm not encouraging it, like don't do that, but put my head down, I go to sleep. They were like, okay, you're not doing it. I'm like, I'm gonna be a singer when I grow up. I don't need this. This is not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course you need it. But then when you're young, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't, it's like I already had my mindset. It's kind of like I already seen it. So I already knew like where I was destined to go. And I'm still not where I want to be, but I ain't where I used to be as far as mentally, financially, none of that.
So at 12 years old, you're this shy kid, you sing in church, back turned to the audience, and you get this response that now tells you, this is what I really want to do. Now, was it also at this point that your interest in school started to go down and you knew that you really wanted to pursue entertainment? Like, what type of student were you?
I wasn't a good student, man. I fought a lot. So around that time, it was really bad. It was really bad. Like I wasn't disrespectful as far as like at home. I've never been like a disrespectful child. I've always had manners or whatnot. But like at school, I didn't want to be there. So I would find any little reason to get in an altercation with somebody, start with somebody, get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a good student at all. Nah.
And were you purposely getting into these altercations so that you could leave school, or were you having issues, with other students for other reasons, or were there other things that you may have been going through that were triggering you at this time to then react to certain situations?
No, I don't think I was going through nothing. I wasn't going through nothing. I just didn't want to be there, bro. I know that what I wanted to do, and I know everybody, like you said, like the ultimate goal for a parent is go to school, get your education, then go to college and get a degree and do this and do that. I'm not knocking it, but that ain't something that I always want. I didn't want to do that. I didn't see that for my future. Right. I didn't want to go to a college or none of that. Like, I'm doing what I love to do. This is what I wanted to do, so I'm doing it.
Right. And when was your first time actually recording in the studio?
My first time recording in the studio was like in 2014, maybe 2015. That was my first time like actually going to a real studio and recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was this like like one of the homies had a studio, or was this you actually going to like a
real studio? Yeah. Like so my stepdad at the time had a friend that had a studio. So I went to his studio just on some experiment shit, like it wasn't really, of course I knew what I wanted to do with it, but I was still young. So it was just like, let's just go and see what you can do, how much do you know? So I went and I recorded something, yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
And did you immediately release it after you recorded it, or?
No, I didn't release that song. No,
Okay.
I ain't really, cause like I said, it was more so like an experiment. It was just to see like what I knew and what I know and how I really sound on the microphone. That was my first time actually going to the studio with headphones and recording through a monitor and shit. So like, yeah, it was just on some experiment shit.
Okay, word. And at what point did you put some music out and then get a reaction that lets you know that your decision to do music was something that you should actually stay with?
I would say in 2016, that's when I put out a single for the first time. I had a mohawk and all kind of shit.
Word.
Yeah, so like I put out my first single then, and then like at home it got a lot of recognition, a lot of attention. So it was, and then everybody, like I said, the population is small, so like it don't take much. Everybody know everybody. So me singing in church, everybody knew that I could sing. So when I put out my first song, everybody in my hometown was like listening to it.
Yeah.
In 2016, so. That wasn't hard. I think the hardest part was trying to get it out of there and make other people know who I was.
Yeah.
That didn't happen until 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you first started doing music, what was the vibe of the music? Did you keep it faith-based, or was it?
Nah, so I hated my voice, right? I've always had a soulful voice, but back then I hated my voice because, I mean, you got who you got? You got Chris Brown at the time, still to this day, but you had Chris Brown, you had Trey Songz and all of them. I wanted my voice to sound like them at one point. I felt like that was the wave. So I was on some singing like them, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really singing soulfully. It wasn't a soulful sound. It wasn't my sound. I wasn't being myself. So I think that's another reason why I didn't really do what I wanted it to do. That's the reason why I didn't take off.
Word.
The moment I started being myself and really just embracing the way I sound, it was over with. Yeah.
And so you coming from the church background, and like you said, you live in a small town, so when you put music out, everybody heard it and embraced it. But in the beginning, were you getting pushback, from people from within, you know, the church and you know, people in that lifestyle?
A little bit, but I didn't care because singing, honestly, bro, singing in church, that wasn't my call. That ain't something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand.
They just overheard, my aunt heard me. She was up there practicing a song one day, and I went up there and I started singing it. She was like, oh, okay, well, you gonna sing Sunday.
Yeah.
And that was it. Now they taking me to these different churches three times a day to sing and stuff. So like, that wasn't something like I didn't go to them and say, hey, I want to sing in church. That was just something I was put there to do. They just put me in that, threw me out there to the wolves to do it.
Yeah.
So I never cared about like, and I don't want to say it that way, but I never cared about how really they felt about what I sing and what I sing about.
Yeah.
Because that ain't got nothing to do with who you are as a person.
Nah, for sure. And let's talk about when you were younger and you said you were going to multiple churches and singing?
Yeah. Like
So you was going on like a church tour as a kid,
so like they would have
basically.
this thing called church anniversary and choir anniversary and stuff. So like everybody wanted my church to come just to hear me sing. So like at this time I'm like 12. I'm not on the children's choir though. They didn't even put me on the children's choir with my age. I was on the senior choir and the older people like that was in their 30s and 40s. I was leading their songs. So like they would invite them to churches, but they would make sure I was coming before they went.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's kind of like I was a church celebrity a little bit. Yeah.
Word. No, that's ill.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. And so you said your music started taking off around 2020.
Yeah, I dropped my first single, well, my second single, but yeah, my first single in 2020, Janae. And when I put that out, it did way more than what I expected it to do. It created this big buzz as far as like the challenge, because I did something on that song where I yodeled. At the end of it, I yodeled for like 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. And they took it and they made a challenge out of it. So everybody like was trying to do the yodel the way I did the yodel. So like that's what started it. And then like 2 months later, I did another single, and then that took off. So at that time, COVID was finna hit.
Yeah.
COVID had just hit. So when COVID hit, I had maybe 80 to 150 followers on TikTok at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I want to get a fan base or whatnot. So I started doing like skits, just funny shit. Like I would cook food and make it seem like it's a real recipe and then throw it in the trash at the end just to get their attention. I would do that, and then one day I just started hitting them with my music. And the first time I hit them with my music, it just, So but that didn't happen overnight though. Like I started in 2020 doing that, like in October, and it didn't catch until August of the following year.
Wow.
So that was like, but that was constant posting. Like I was posting like twice, 2-3 times a day, just any and everything, because I knew what I wanted to do. So I would get off from work, post, get off from work, post, get off from work, post.
Word. So you took advantage of TikTok and then started looking at yourself as a content creator.
Yeah, because everybody was at home.
Yeah.
So that was the best time. I feel like if you missed your chance for COVID to become a content creator, that was stupid. That was a no-brainer, bro. Like everybody was at home. Nobody was going anywhere. Everybody was on their phone. It was the best time to grab everybody's attention was in 2020.
For sure.
So now I feel like people are struggling to get people's attention because there's so much on the internet. People got lives now. People are out day to day doing what they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I took advantage of it. Like you said, I took advantage of the COVID area. I feel like that really helped. That did help me. I don't think, if it wasn't COVID, I probably wouldn't even be doing, like I probably wouldn't be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I probably would still be trying to grow my fan base.
Yeah.
But being that it was COVID, everybody was at home, it was easy.
Yeah. COVID was, you know, it was a bad thing, but then for a lot of us content creators, it changed a lot of our lives.
It did.
You know, even for us here off the porch, you know, we kept the creative space open.
Yeah.
We kept filming interviews every single day, and
Views
our
going
platform
up.
took off.
It took off, yeah.
During that time as well. So
that was the best time to do it, bro. I feel like if you didn't do it in COVID time, like you missed your chance.
Yeah.
Now you no telling how long you gotta wait now.
Nah, for real. You know, like how people were saying, like if you came out of the pandemic not with a new skill set.
Like,
or,
come on, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it was
Yeah.
like, what was you doing? You know, for
Yeah,
real.
like if you didn't come out of COVID, bro, with followers with at least 10,000 followers, what were you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like you wasn't going nowhere. You was at home. You was at the crib. You was just watching TV all day.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Now, what gave you the idea to start doing skits? Because a lot of musicians, a lot of artists don't want to go that route, not understanding that if you look at yourself as a content creator and just develop content, that you can go up and then start introducing people to what you really want them to see.
I feel
what drew you to that?
I feel like you have to get people familiar with you first. So instead of me just posting my music off top, they don't know who I am. They're not gonna listen to it. You just a kid that's singing. Like, I don't want to hear that. You have to put out content that's gonna grab their attention so they can get familiar with you as a person. And I felt like I let people in, and everybody knew my sense of humor. Everybody knew me as a person. They felt like they could relate to me. You know what I'm saying? And then it was funny. I was doing funny shit. So like, it was making people laugh. So it was like, oh, let me follow him. He funny, he cool, he this. I was going live every day. So I did that, and then that's when I hit him with the music, because I'm like, okay, like, y'all know me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or y'all are familiar with me, so now I can hit you with my music to the point now where you will sit back and listen to at least 10 seconds before you scroll, because you know me, my face looks familiar. Yeah. And I think that's why artists mess up sometimes too. Like, they get on social media and they go straight for the gusto. Like, they go straight to it. Like, I'm gonna post my music, and they just posting a ton of music, and it's like, they're not gonna listen to it, bro. I'm serious. Like, they not. Yeah. People not gonna listen to it. They don't know you. Right. You don't look familiar to them. You have to do something to grab their attention before you hit them with the product itself. Like,
nah, for sure.
Like, you have to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Have you ever taken marketing classes or anything like that before?
No.
Bro? And I ask you that because you spitting game from a marketing and branding standpoint.
For real?
So when it comes to marketing, you know, like, people don't buy products, they buy stories. You know what I mean? So like, people don't want to buy a product, they want to buy into the story, they want to buy into the brand. So that's what you were essentially doing. Yeah. You were creating your story, creating your brand story.
Yeah, you have to create something, something that's interesting. Yeah. Because that's like, if I have a product of me selling shirts, right? There's 1,000 other people selling shirts. They're not gonna just stop in their tracks and say, oh, I'm gonna buy his shirts just because. Like, no, like, you have to do something as other than that to get them familiar with you first. Yeah. I don't care what it is. Like, I would more so say, like you said, a content creator. Just everyday life, what you see on the algorithm, like them loving your life or the type of life you live in, like going to the gym every morning, then coming home and doing food, you know what I'm saying, or food reviews, something. And then hit them exactly with what you want to pursue. Yeah. People don't want to hear, hey, stream my music, hey, stream my new song. They don't want to hear that. Nah, they want to know that they can relate to you. Yeah. And that there's something about you that they like. And then when you come with, hey, the music, and if it's good, they gon' fuck with it. They're gonna gravitate to it. Like, they're gonna gravitate towards it. So that's just what it is, man. Nah, for sure, for sure. Talk to me about well, first of all, I still want to talk about the fact that you've been able to build this strong, this loyal fan base. Yeah, for sure. You know, you got, nearly 400,000 followers on TikTok right now. You just said you started out with 80 to 150. Yeah. You know, and every video you posting, whether it's music or it's, one of your skits or something like that, like, people are gravitating to it, like crazy. How does that feel to have been able to build a fan base like that? Because that's something that a lot of artists struggle to do and dream to have a loyal fan base. It feels good, bro. Like, because like I said, where I'm from is very small. I'm from a small town, you know what I'm saying? So to actually build my fan base from the ground up to where it's at, it feels good, bro. Like, I don't know, it feels really good, bro. Yeah, yeah, it do. And I see when you post like your own versions or these remakes of of popular songs that's out, those are going up. That's something else, you know what I'm saying? So like, That was something I came up with because I initially came up with this thing called Milli Mix Monday, right?
Okay.
So Milli Mix Monday is when I do a remix to the hottest song and post it on a Monday, right? So I fell behind on it a little bit because I had a lot, going on. So like, I just started posting them whenever instead of on the Mondays. But that was something that grabs people's attention because, like I said before, people have to be familiar with something that you're doing, like either you or the product, you know what I'm saying? So me covering other people's songs, at first, as soon as it come on, the beat is familiar to them. So that's something that's gonna make them stop and be like, let me see what he doing. Whoa, I know this beat, or this is my favorite song. Let me see how he gonna come off on it. So it's all about growing your, when you wanna grow your fan base, or when you wanna do this or do that, anything involving social media is always about doing something that's familiar and then hitting them with whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So me doing the skits, I always do skits. I mean, not skits, I always do the remixes and stuff before I have a big project or something coming. Cause I know that's gonna bring in more followers, more listeners before I hit them with, you know what I'm saying? So it's a strategy. I'm giving away my gems, but it's cool.
Hey,
it's cool, man.
Hey, shit, the next thing you're gonna be posting on TikTok and on your YouTube is like a master class.
Yeah, an ebook or something, right?
Come on now.
Start selling ebooks, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, you got the audience for it and they gravitate to you. So I think that anything of quality that you deliver to them, they're gonna accept it and they're gonna,
Sure.
they're gonna take to it. I also saw in some of your comments, people were comparing you to Tank.
Yeah.
Like your voice.
Yeah.
How does that feel, or what are your thoughts when you look into your comments and you're seeing people, comparing you to other singers, successful, artists, things like that?
It feels good, man. It feels good to be compared. I know a lot of people don't like to be compared. I don't really care to be compared, but it feels good because of the work that he's put in.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna compare me to somebody, I mean, hey, compare me to somebody that
didn't put the work in, you know what I'm saying? So like he didn't put the work in, he done made a name for himself. Tank is a household name. So for me to be compared to him, and I've always been compared to him, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. And I mean, hey, I feel like Tank can sing, bro. So like, it'd have been different if I didn't think he could sing. I'd be like, oh, I sound like that. But like, he can sing, man. So it's like, cool. Yeah. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Word. No, for sure. And talk to me about your song, Love Me. Because there's definitely been, a journey with that song. You put the song out back in 2021. But then I've seen that you revamped it, put it back out, and it's been
it's doing
going
the same
crazy.
thing again, right? Yeah. So that lets you know, like, that song is one of those ones, right? So at first I did it, put it out, promoted it a little bit, performed it here and there. It did what it did on TikTok. It did what it did out. You know what I'm saying? And I kept pushing it, but it wasn't like a push. So it was just more so like posting it here and there. And then now to redo it, and it gets the same love, like, it lets me know like that song is really, it's a timeless song. And I'm big on that. I'm big on making timeless music because of reasons like that. Like, when you make a timeless song, or if you make timeless music in general, you can look to be paid, you can look to be booked forever. Yeah. I don't want to go with what's hot right now. It's cool to have a couple album fillers of what's hot, but I'm more so sticking true to who I am and who I am as an artist. Yeah. And that's who I am as an artist. I feel like that, I wouldn't say it defines me as an artist, but it definitely plays a big role as defining me. So I would say that's like 60%, 50-60% of me as an artist. Right. And then the other shit is like the other 40 to, you know what I'm saying?
And when a song organically starts picking up traction to then almost force you to have to give that song attention again and put it back out, I'm sure that's even a great feeling as well.
Yeah, and with TikTok, bro, you never know what's gonna pick up again.
Yeah.
Cause they be coming up with new dances and new skits every day.
Yeah.
So you never know, bro. You could wake up and your song then went viral, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just never know, bro. So I just say putting out timeless music, music that feels good, music that people can relate to. And it's crazy because everything goes back to what people are familiar with and what people can relate to.
No, for sure.
I'm telling you, bro, like that's like the key to it. That's like the key to it, bro. Like people that's familiar and people that can relate. People can relate to that song.
Yeah.
That song is familiar to people. That's why it's doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
That just goes for anything I feel like that you're doing. Like if it's familiar or if people can relate to it, it's a win-win.
No, for sure. And you know, I constantly tell artists that even though a song might be old to you, to your fans, to people online, to people in the world, if they haven't heard it, then it's new for them.
Right.
So you can't just, you know, because a lot of artists will, you know, put music out, but then
go to something else.
Go to something else, and not give, you know, some of this older music attention.
Yeah.
You know, we just had Do or Die up here on the porch, and they just released a music video for a song that they dropped over 20 years ago because it went viral on TikTok, brought brand new life to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, like this song that to some of us was a favorite, you know, back when we first heard it, it's like, man, we finally getting a music video for it. And then for this new age of people, it's a brand new song for them. I actually had a partner hit me and was like, man, Do or Die just released a new song. I said, nah, bro. That song
That's old.
Yeah, that's old. That song came out shit like 90 something, you know what I mean? 2000.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. That's dope, man. That's hard.
yeah, I also saw this same thing with Young Dolph. You know, I was telling you before we turned the cameras on, Dolph was the first person I ever did Off the Porch interview with, and his song Preach, that was a song that
my favorite song by him.
Yeah, and that song he was pushing, and then he moved on and was working on a new project, but then that song gained new life, and we knew that was a hit, and so he ended up putting it on another project, shot a brand new video for it,
and it went crazy. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the process.
Word.
It's just crazy that because I didn't know that was a process for Preach.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was already a release and they just re-released it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was a new song to me when I heard it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the goal, man. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, for sure. Now, I was gonna ask you too, when I was looking at your YouTube channel, I noticed that you don't have a lot of music videos out. Is that by design, or, you know, because when I looked at it, I'm like, man, like with this guy having, you know, such a strong fan base, I'm surprised that there's not like a music video to almost every song from the new EP. Or,
right,
you know what I mean?
right. I think majority of the stuff that you see on YouTube was me doing everything independently.
Got you.
And of course, you know, you have people that'll shoot videos for you. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm all about quality too.
Yeah.
I quality over quantity. So like I can have the best quality stuff up with only 2 videos. It's because I take in consideration of what I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to look good. I critique everything about myself and about anything that I put out for that reason. So yeah, you might go on my YouTube, you probably won't see too many videos only because at that time, now I can do it now, but at that time I wasn't really able to shoot a lot of music videos.
Got you.
You know
And your audio
and then
have crazy amounts of views on them. So I mean, you getting a lot of traction on your channel.
Right. But we finna amp it up a little bit.
Word.
We're going back to it.
Yes, sir. Nah, man, because you know your music being the soundtrack to some really dope visuals is just gonna take them out of there even more, you know what I mean, and take it to that next level. What would you say are some of the pros and cons, you know, of being independent? You know, over your career thus far, you know, you've been building your fan base yourself, you know, recording, you know, handling your recording yourself and everything. What would you say are some of the pros and cons, you know, to being independent, especially in R&B music?
Yeah, I would say the pros of being independent is you can do things in your own time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have somebody really telling you what to do. You can kind of do it when you want to do it. All your money is yours that you see. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to split it. the cons of being independent is only so far you can go, I feel like, being independent. You know what I'm saying? Once you have really reached your peak and you've done all you can do and you exhausted, you know what I'm saying? Like you've really exhausted all avenues and ways to get to where you're going, you're gonna need help, bro. Like you can't, a lot of people like to say like, I'm independent, man. It's not you by yourself doing all of this. Like it's somebody else. Like you cannot build an empire by yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta have a team. You gotta have everybody working, you know what I'm saying? Like doing this and doing that. So the pros is, I would say, everything is 100% yours. The cons of being independent is you only gonna get so far.
Right.
So
The
you're
limited
gonna become
resources.
stagnant, basically. You're gonna become stagnant and you're just gonna have to live off of whatever it is that you're getting, because if you ain't got no team, you ain't got nobody to talk for you. You ain't got nobody to really walk in these buildings, walk in these meetings and really help you out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, I can dig that. And you have a distribution deal with 1RPM.
For sure, yep.
And what has it been like working with them so far?
Oh man, 1RPM, it's been great. It's been great so far. So I've been talking to Guccio himself for like maybe two and a half, 3 years.
Okay, word, yeah. Shout out to Guccio, man.
Yeah, shout out to Gucci.
Shout out to Nick Love.
This year was the first, so I'm just now really putting it on paper.
Yep.
And going over there. But so far, man, it's been great. Project manager Nick Love, man.
Yeah, shout out Nick Love. Yeah.
So 1RPM, Orlando, all of them, man. 1RPM, they're great company. They actually do what they say they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They do, I feel like, push you. You know what I'm saying? They put things together. And I also noticed that with them, they don't tell you what to do. They more so give you the opportunity to kind of piggyback off of what they said. Like, you cool with that? Not cool with that. If you're not cool with it, we won't do it. If you're cool with it, you know what I'm saying? So
More of a partnership than.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels, with 1RPM, it feels more so like a partnership than a distribution deal. Like, most distribution companies, like, hey man, you go in there and you sign, look, do this, do that. I don't want to hear nothing about it. We didn't put our money on the table too, and go and get this, go, you know what I'm saying? But they don't do that.
Yeah.
They still make you feel like a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know you're not a robot. Yeah, so they take that into consideration too.
Word. No, that's what's up, man. Was it difficult for you in the beginning to work with a team? Well, when I say this, meaning, you know, you being so self-sufficient, you know, for so long, like how difficult is it, like in certain ways or certain places, to kind of release the reins and, you know, let other people even have opinions and deliver them and things like that?
It's not hard at all, bro. Like, of course, like I have my ways sometimes where when I don't agree with something, or sometimes like where I know that I'm kind of being selfish as far as to certain things, but I don't, I feel like I've exhausted all of my ways to get to where I'm going, so I can't really, it's nothing wrong with questioning your team though, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, why are we doing this? Or what is this? What can this do for me? How can this help me? But I don't feel like it'll start conflict.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can dig that. And how do you feel about the state of R&B and like where it stands today? And like the difference between, you know, industry, R&B, and like what fans, you know, really want?
The state of R&B right now, Chris Brown, of course, man, like when you say like R&B and stuff, it's like I don't want to mention him because everybody know, like that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You're gonna always say Chris Brown. Like I feel like he's really doing what he's supposed to do. He's done what he's supposed to do. Chris Brown can retire tomorrow and never have to sing another song, you know, because he done what he's supposed to do. But the state of R&B, aside from him, yeah, it ain't that.
Yeah.
It ain't that. Everybody's sounding alike, or everybody's trying to sound, everybody's jocking everybody's style, everybody's trying to sing like this person, or everybody's using the same mic settings on the damn mic and shit. Like, Yeah, it ain't in a good space right now. I'm not gonna say it's in a horrible space, but compared to how it used to be, nah. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, I can dig it because
I'm waiting on it too.
No, and you know, I was saying it in the beginning, you know, just talking about when I was saying and referencing like real R&B and you know, like music that has a feeling, that's like telling real stories, and you know,
They don't do that no more.
where people, you know, are actually willing to talk about love and talk about relationships and you know, and be vulnerable even, you know, within the music. I feel like that's.
I feel like now, bro, they can't be the where we at now in society. Like you can't be vulnerable. Like where we at now, like you could text somebody, right? You can start talking to this girl, right? And you don't want her to know, or she can act like she don't want you to know that she like you that much. So now she's waiting an hour to reply on purpose. That's where we're at in society. Like, you don't want to show a person that you really like, that you like them, because you don't want to seem pressed or you don't want to seem thirsty. That's stupid. But that's where we at. Back then it wasn't like that. Like that's why they didn't mind expressing their love or expressing certain things in songs. But right now everybody want to be outside. Everybody want to do this. Everybody want to do that. Everybody want to go and chase the bag. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Nah, for sure. I mean, that's even like with your song "Love Me." You know how, you know, I've seen comments from fans just talking about like how much they can relate to that song and
what it did for them.
Yeah, and the message in the song being about like one-sided love, and you know, so many people have gone through that. You know what I mean? And
that's my goal too, bro. I feel like that's my goal too, is to help people still, because a lot of people, like you said, I did get backlash. Like when I didn't care about it, but when I stopped singing in church, of course I got backlash about it. You know, I had been doing it for 4-5 years. So, but that ain't, you can still reach somebody else doing something else. It doesn't matter what you sing or who you sing about or what you sing about. You know what I'm saying? So like my goal is to really like still help people, make people feel good, make feel good music, something that they can relate to.
Nah, for sure. And you dropped a song called Soul Ties with TK Kravitz. And that song, like, really
that went crazy too.
Yeah. How'd that come about?
Soul Ties, that was really, I wrote that song, man. I had already wrote it. I just had to go and record it. And honestly and truly, I was gonna do that song by myself, but I didn't want to write another verse. For some reason, I was just lazy. I didn't want to write nothing else. I was like, who can I get on it? They was like, man, TK would be cool, would be good on it or whatnot. So I had some people to reach out to him. And at the time, I knew he was from Augusta because my engineer, which is Spilly Ocean, he was recording with him back in the day, him and TK and Cash. So he knew who he was or whatnot. So just kind of like the universe, it was like a full circle moment. Yeah. And I just sent him the verse. I told him, asked him would he hop on. He told me, yeah. I sent him the verse. He shot it back to me like in 2 days.
Yeah.
And he FaceTimed me as he was listening to it. And he was like, man, you get it. He was like, you just get it. He was like, he was like, you get it. Like how you know how to hold a note that long and do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was cool though.
Right, no, I can dig that.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is something that you've learned, you know, like since, you know, 2020, 2021, you know, when you released, was that your first project?
Yeah.
One in a Milli?
One in a Milli, yeah.
Yeah, what would you say, you know, is something that you've learned, you know, like about patience, timing, like even trusting, you know, like trusting the journey?
Trusting the process, of course. You always got to trust the process. A lot of things don't make sense, but it will make sense if you stay down. But what I've learned is people will tell you things in the industry just to hear themselves talk. I've noticed that. And they tell you things and they say, oh, they can do this, they can do that. 9 times out of 10, they can't do half of the shit they telling you they can do because if you can, you would have done it. You know what I'm saying? So like I went through that like so many times. So I would say like I've learned to not believe everything because like you get your hopes up. Like when you first come in, and you doing this and you doing that, and people telling you they can do this, they can do that. You believe in them, and then like you don't hear from them no more. So it's like now it's like, show me what you can do. Like don't tell me like.
Yeah, you can show me
shit.
better than you can tell
Yeah.
me.
So like I've learned to still stay patient, like you said, be patient, and just trust the process, and not believe everything that people tell you. Some stuff, but not everything.
Yeah, for sure. And you also released a reloaded version of your project, One in a Million.
Yeah.
Well, what made that decision for you to, do
reload
that?
It?
Yeah.
Because so I would say One in a Million is when I put it out in 2021. One in a Million Reloaded, I put it out this year in February. I felt like I named it One in a Million Reloaded was because I was able to be myself again. As prior to my first project, One in a Million, I was able to be myself. I didn't have a team. It was just me. 111, which was the second drop, I wasn't able to be myself. I had a lot of people in my ear telling me to do this type of music, do this, or just their opinions on everything. So just to make everybody happy, I just did this, did that, and then put it out. And then, like I said, One in a Million Reloaded, I was able, because I didn't have that team anymore, so One in a Million Reloaded, I was able to really be myself and kind of go back to my roots and do what I want to do as far as like with music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what gave me the One in a Million Reloaded.
Word. I can dig it, man. What else you working on? What else you got coming up that you excited about?
Another project. So another project, first quarter of 2026. First quarter 2026, I may do a single this year. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a single this year. I don't have a specific date yet though, but it'll be in October. So yeah, you can look forward to all of that, man. And then Love Me, of course. We still campaigning Love Me, going hard on Love Me. So.
Yes, sir. And you say you shooting a music video for that?
Yeah, we're gonna shoot a music video for that this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have a tentative release date for that or?
No. Okay. No, we don't. Not yet. It's coming though.
Right, but it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Tell the fans, be patient.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, quality over quantity.
That's it. Quality over quantity. It gotta be right.
Yeah.
Gotta be right. The revamp.
For sure.
I'm older now. Not older like that, but you know what I'm saying? That was a couple years ago. So like I kind of know my way around a little bit more. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna have a different impact than it did at first.
Word.
Yeah.
No, I can dig that. And how much does discipline play a role in your life and in your career?
I feel like discipline plays a big role in your career. Like you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. I was just telling them that like you have to be willing to be uncomfortable in order to live comfortably.
How important is discipline, for you, as an artist and, as well as just in your life period?
I would say discipline is very, very important, bro. I feel like too, hard work outshines talent.
Yeah.
So like you can be the talented motherfucker ever, but if the discipline not there and the work ethic not there,
you're
just gonna be a talented person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if the work ethic there, you're gonna be the greatest person.
Yeah.
So which one do you want? Do you want to be the greatest or you just want to be talented?
Huh.
You don't know if you don't have discipline.
Yeah.
So you gotta be disciplined. Yeah.
Nah,
for sure.
that's real. And they say that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So
I like that.
yeah.
I'm gonna steal that too.
Yeah, come on, man. I got that from Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So. You know what I mean? All right, and before we get out of here, bruh, we don't have any. What was I gonna say? We don't have anything connected to these microphones. We don't have any auto tune or anything like that, man. You represent real RnB, and and you have a unique voice. I want to know, before we get out of here, man, if you could, kick something for us, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, we ain't got no tea and no lemon up here.
No, you good, man. You good. See, I ain't got that much time left, 'cause I gave you my all and all you give me is your words a kiss. What I'ma do with it, right, that's it.
I
I
dig
started
it, bro.
too high, but it's cool.
Nah, man.
Yeah, for
Nah,
sure.
that's what's up, bro. So I'm gonna have you singing at the next Catalina wine mixing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
Nah, man, that's what's up, man. Shaun Milli, you got any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here, bro?
Yeah, man. Shout out to 1RPM. Shout out to my managers, Keith, Waleed, everybody, man, that's rocking with me. My fans, the Milli Mob, man. Shout out to y'all. I got something special coming for the Milli Mob, too. We just talked about that. So shout out to them. Shout out to Nick, Guccio, 1RPM, everybody that's rocking with me, man. Everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all. So, yeah.
Yes,
Shout out to y'all, too. Shout out to Off the Porch, man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I could dig it, bro. Shaun Milli, appreciate you pulling
Signing
up.
out,
Jumping
man.
off the porch with us, bro.
For sure. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir.
I used to tell